All right, we're back again with another episode of Roofer Reflections. We're really excited today because we have Marcos here. Marcos, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for the invite. I look forward to a wonderful chat and getting to know each other a little bit more. And look forward to sharing a little bit of the insights that I have from my background as well.
It looks like you've been doing roofing for over a decade. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we've actually owned the company for truly incorporated the company in 2017. We've been in the business for almost a decade now. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs in the beginning, a lot of ups lately, which is now it's paying off, learning those lessons right from the get go. But we have been very, very blessed to have a wonderful team, especially in the last 5 years.
Yeah. So when did roofing enter the picture?
I was actually an assistant for an estate that owned quite a bit of property. So I worked with a lot of contractors, and I was able to see the great contractors and the not so great contractors, which is a pretty big span, right? From flooring to painting, cabinetry, those that came in with a process, those that didn't, those that had a plan, those that didn't, those that had a team, and those that didn't. So all those things really went into my toolbox. And as I got to know a lot of subs at that point, they would always tell me like, wow, like you are great at what you do, but I think you are doing the wrong thing. You should become a contractor one day, and you should hire us to be your subs. And I never really thought about it until the roofing side came in and we had to hire a roofing contractor to be able to do two big properties for the estate. And same thing, we had a range of great contractors that passed the eye test, and those that right off the bat, as soon as they got off their vehicle, you said they don't have the capability to be able to do this particular job. So as we would look at the proposals and we were dissecting the bids and comparing, I said, wow, this is a huge spread of price difference. And I remember we went with somebody that was above that middle bid, assuming that because of their presentation, how everything was written, that they were going to be great. And in short, they were not. As a matter of fact, there was quite a bit of pitfalls during that install, including he had to file out with his own subs in front of us. And so that was a huge, aha moment for myself. And so I stepped in. I remember buying him lunch, and I said, "Look, let's get this project together. Let's finish it up. If we finish this one, not the other one, it's fine. But let's work together to finish this one." There was a very internal issue between the contractor and the subs he was using. And when we were talking, I brought him lunch. Like, what's the problem, man? What's going on? Is there something that I can do to help? Obviously, you're upset. And they kind of spilled it. Like, look, we're getting paid very little per square, and we're doing this very complicated job. And I said, whoa, we're taking care of you guys. And they said, no, you're taking care of him. He's not taking care of us. And they that's when they kind of shared what was going on behind doors. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, if that's what they're getting paid and that's what he's charging, that's a great profit that he is making. I could be doing that, right? So that particular sub to this day, whenever we get backed up, we use them. And we've gathered those relationships along the way where if you treat people right, if you treat people fair, and a lot of the times, even if you take a loss now, a lot of the times you get the long-term win.
So how did you get the business going?
So in 2017, prior to 2017, I started doing it on the weekends, part-time. I started reaching out to other, especially other individuals that I knew in the market. I said, hey, I'm going to get into this roofing thing. And I started getting leads and closing them. And we were always doing them on a Saturday, right? Because I had my Monday to Friday. Little by little, I started filling out my weekends. So all of 2014, 2015, 2016, especially in 2016, that's when it started getting a little hectic. We were doing practically every weekend, 2-3 jobs for Saturday and Sundays, and it was getting exhausting. And my wife looked at me and said, Marcos, this is madness. There's no way you can split yourself. it's time for you to be able to go on your own. And whatever you do, I believe you're going to do it to the best of your ability, and I believe it's going to work out fantastic. So you should pull the trigger and do this. And that was probably the best advice I've ever received from anybody. You know, she said, I'm going to back you up and I'll be behind you, and you're going to do well.
You've been at the roofing stuff for a while, and people might come to you for advice. What do you tell them, you know, about if they were looking for the roofing industry as a career or opportunity?
Know your strengths and understand what your weaknesses are, and be very honest to those weaknesses, because the sooner you are honest with those weaknesses, start working towards those, they could soon become your strengths. To be a business owner is completely different from the person you are now. And if you're not willing to commit to that change, and if you're not willing to commit to that upgrade of the individual you are now, you're going to fail miserably. And unfortunately, you're going to take down with you the people that trust and believe in that dream that you share with them.